I think we are live. Hello, world.
Hello.
Hello, hello. We are live on Facebook. You might be seeing us on the Janchi Show Facebook page. All 26 of you, thank you for liking us. Or you're a friend of mine and you're watching it on my personal Facebook page and wondering, what is Jerry doing now? We're going to give Nathan a minute to share the broadcast onto his wall. Um,
How do I do that?
uh, go to the
Got it.
Chanchi Show page.
Yeah, see it. Share.
Go to the Chanchi Show page. We got 5 people watching. Who's watching?
All right.
Type in the chat. We can see your chats. We're celebrating the launch of the Chanchi Show. Oh shit, Chanchi Show. Obviously, it won't. My fingers won't go all the way over there.
It doesn't. Interesting.
As folks are tuning in, we're going to chat with Nathan a little bit. We're going to learn about him. We're going to learn about the Chanchi Show. What is it? How did it come about? Why are we here? What can you learn? Where can you learn all about the Chanchi Show? And we're going to spend about 10 to 15 minutes together. Again, if you have comments or questions for Nathan, throw it in the comment section of the video that you're watching on Facebook. We'll get it here on StreamYard and be able to respond to you live, and even maybe feature your comment right here on the screen. So if you want to hear your show, or if you want to hear your question on the thing, ooh, we got a like. Thank you. First liker. Cool.
Probably Patrick.
That's probably Patrick. You're right. I am typing out our little banner here. I apologize to everybody for getting a little bit of a head start, or slow start. But here we are. We're gonna, and we can do stuff like this. Subscribe to the. Ooh, it's like CNN over here. And we can be like, fire, fire, fire. All right.
How's Tesla stock doing?
Fire, fire, fire. It was on fire yesterday, and it's probably a dumpster fire. No, not quite a dumpster fire, but
not at all.
Not good. So Nathan, you are the first ever guest on the Chanchi Show podcast, and for my friends who are wondering what is this, or for people who are watching this either live or as a recorded version on the Chanchi Show Facebook page, share with the audience, what is Chanchi Show?
Sure. The Janchi Show is a new show that we just started with 3 Korean-American adoptees that across the country. And we pretty much talk about our adoption journeys, our background history, what we're doing. And then hopefully we're going to talk to some other adoptees and other people in the organizations, and just anyone who has anything to do with adoption or Korean-American or is interested in it.
And who are the other hosts? You just mentioned them briefly. And
yes,
how did you
KJ Rolke and Patrick Armstrong? They are in Missouri and Indiana.
How did you meet them?
We met them through your Dear Asian American podcast that you had us all individually on, and that was really a great experience to be on the podcast. And then all of a sudden, they're on the podcast, we're meeting each other, we're talking about ideas, and then this thing has been about a month and a half of planning and recording and everything. It's been a great past few months here, getting this all prepared.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think it started with my conversation with Patrick, and we literally said, why don't we start a damn podcast? And he's like, yo, let's do it. And so that's sort of how it started. You're seeing on the screen our website, which can be accessed at chanchishow.com. Here on the right here, well, our logo is covering it. That sucks. There's a subscribe button. You can also scroll down and see the various ways that you can listen to our podcast. So as of today, we're on Apple, Spotify, a couple of days away from getting on Google, but the link is there. Overcast, Castro, Pocket Cast, Breaker. We're going to throw all of our videos onto YouTube, which is going to be a lot of fun. We record all of our shows via Zoom. And so you'll have the audio version that you can listen to when you're not commuting to work or not going to the gym. And if you want to laugh with us or at us, or at least the guys, we'll throw that on YouTube.
Especially the eating and drinking portion. Yes, that is something I failed to mention. That is also a part of our show where we eat and drink a Korean item, and so that's a lot of fun also.
What did you guys try for the first time on your episode?
So in my episode, we had to go with a staple of Korean culture, and we went with kimchi. So that was a new experience for one of the three of us. And then we have a couple other fun items coming up tomorrow and Friday. I won't spoil the surprise, but you guys will have to watch those. And hopefully each week we have something new and interesting for at least one of the three of us, if not all of us.
Here's a bit of a hint for
alert
folks.
on one of the
I'm sure everybody's wondering, when the hell are you guys going to drink soju?
Exactly.
Yes. So share with us a little bit on, I know it's been a brief time. We've only recorded just a handful of episodes, but what have you learned? What's been the most exciting part about creating the show?
Oh, lots. That there are a lot of people interested in this topic. Number one, I know. I I already knew that there was 200,000 Korean adoptees across the world, and 100,000 of those are in the United States. So I knew that there was a lot of interest. But since we just launched just today and just this week started promoting it, we've started already getting emails and messages, and the likes are starting to come in where people do want to hear about the journey, and also maybe talk about their own journeys.
Crazy. So we launched the show 12 hours ago, and you and Patrick and I think KJ too have all gotten personal messages through Facebook and through other medium, either saying way to go, already an invitation to go on a different podcast, and for you, somebody asking about the adoption process, and I think, which is nice. I think perhaps when you guys were being adopted, there was obviously not the internet there was not a community of people, and there weren't adoptees old enough and adept in the language and culture to then help other people who want to adopt, so that it can be done with the perspective and the sort of the right perspective to learn from. Hey, how do these guys feel? What can I do? Maybe not differently, but like, how do I go about this? Right? There's no excuse for not knowing stuff anymore, especially in 2020. So, and that's like so exciting. What are you hoping to come out of this as an experience, as yourself? What are you excited for in the future of Chanchi Show?
Well, definitely the educational part of it, learning anything about the Korean American culture, the food items that we've been eating and drinking. So far have been ones. Well, actually, no, one of them I didn't have before, but we're learning about new things as far as the culture through food and through drink. And then on top of that, we're learning from the people that we talk to, our own experiences, and that education is something I have always enjoyed. Just learning as much as possible about everything, and I'm excited for every episode, and hopefully hundreds of episodes later. This is a great opportunity, and I really enjoy it.
Ning says, "여보세요." That one of your friends?
Yeah.
Hi, Ning. All this technology, man. We can bring on comments.
That's cool.
Yeah, you got beautiful babies on there. Shameless plug, and I mean not a plug. If you have suggestions on topics that the guys can talk about, if you are an adoptee yourself, you want to come on and share your own story, or if you are in the research world or just in the adoption community, reach out to us. Our emails can be found very easily. You can it's Chanchi Show at justlikemedia.com, or you can find Nathan, KJ, or Patrick anywhere and everywhere. Chanchishow.com. There's an email contact box that you can email us through. We'd be happy to engage. Like I said, it's wild. This is now our sixth show that we've had the pleasure of producing at Just Like Media, and day one response, like one, probably the top or the second best. MB Agents had a pretty strong start too, and just the impact, I think, of you guys bringing people together. Really, really excited for that. And if you have like snack suggestions, if you have drink suggestions that the guys can try, only caveat is like we have to find it in
Yeah.
Indianapolis and where's
Missouri.
KJ? Yeah,
Yeah,
in
Springfield.
Missouri. Yeah,
Here,
Springfield and
here's going to be a little
Indianapolis.
bit easier in LA. We probably can
Yeah,
find most things here, but
Nathan's like 15 minutes from Fullerton, which
yeah,
is like Korea, like
exactly.
actually Korea. So, or hell, if you are a brand or if you own a Korean snack or some business and you
Yeah.
want, we can help you get the word out for your products, right? So, and we want to do that, right? So, part of this is, hey, John's here. John says, please try some gejang. Ooh. We
John has
gotta
always been one of my close Korean friends, and he knows a lot more about Korean than I ever have, and so he's helped me out a lot about some
That's
Korean
awesome.
items.
And John's been one of our biggest fans and most engaged followers on Facebook already.
Yeah.
So thank you, John. You know what we want to do in an ideal post-COVID world. And John, please do join us. And for everybody watching too, when it is safe to do so, we're going to try to bring everybody here to LA and have a big Chanchi of our own.
Yeah.
To meet. I think the last time I saw Nathan in person was when he took our family photos. Now almost 2 years ago, because that was that was before Charlotte popped out. That was the pregnancy photo. Yeah.
Yep.
Maternity photo, not a pregnancy photo. Maternity photo. got to get those words right. And I've actually never met KJ and Patrick in person. So we're gonna do Janchi 2021 here in LA, and maybe we'll do a Kejang restaurant. Obviously there's a far greater array of Korean food beyond what most people consider just meat and soju. Although meat and soju is a fantastic diet. Nathan, give us a little preview beyond. So tomorrow we're going to hear from Patrick. We're going to learn about Patrick. Friday, KJ. But beyond that, what types of guests are we going to have on the show? And what are some of the things that you want to share and that you hope to share with the audience going forward?
Sure. Yeah, we would love all topics and consider anything that anyone would have that they'd like to discuss. I mean, we are open to inviting people also from other countries. If it's you're adopted from China, you're adopted from Japan or India, we're looking for anything really about adoption in general, but mainly our story is based around the Korean-American adoption. And so we might talk to some of the adoption agencies. We might talk to other people who have been adopted through the same agencies. A lot of people are out there talking about research that they've done and studies about Korean adoption. And so hopefully we can talk to some of them and some of the influences that we've had in our own lives as well. So
if you're out there and you want to come on the show, and I'll just throw it up here. That's our show email address. We all check it. So you might get a random response from any four of us. Or you can, hit us, slide into the DMs, as the cool kids say, and we'd be happy to engage with you. I gotta say, I am so grateful for you. And what a crazy turn of events of how this show came about. And so, especially to you for coming and sharing your story, which inspired KJ and Patrick to come on and share theirs, and then to really just put everything together. It's been amazing. Today, actually, and it wasn't coincidental, it was just accidental, but today is the 6-month celebration for my main show.
That's amazing.
Plug.
Yeah, nice.
Right? So it's crazy. So,
6 months. That's amazing.
6 months, 70 plus episodes, it's wild. And when I set out to do the show, I knew that we would change lives. And that's not a bombastic comment. Like, I fully expected to be able to provide stories that the community would react to and connect with. And this has been the coolest thing that's ever come out of this process, to connect with two strangers and a friend, and then to put our hearts and our minds and our brains to produce something that I don't think would have happened unless people were willing to share their story on the show. So it's super meaningful. It's super impactful. And so I am so excited to work on this show. I do a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, so you won't see me on the show. The only time I've come on the show thus far is to drink. And so if there's a drinking portion, I will show up. Otherwise, I'll be behind the controls. And so John's got another quick question that we want to throw at you, Nathan. Nathan, how did your Korean family pronounce your name when they visited?
Sangel. It was like with like a G instead of a K, like Sangel. Sangel. Yeah.
What about Nathan? Did they call you Nathan, or did they always call you by your Korean name?
When I went to Korea, some of them did pronounce my name. But it was Nason. So
right, we don't. It's that the sound is right.
So occasionally they would say that. The one thing that I didn't mention actually in my episode, which I found actually kind of funny that I learned later, was I kept continually calling my siblings by their first names, which I guess is etiquetely wrong. I should have actually been calling them like
by title. We're a title driven culture. Yeah. So,
and I wasn't saying that. I was actually calling them like Kyung Mi, and I guess I learned that later that I shouldn't be calling them by their first names because they're all older than me too. I should pay my respects and call them, their older sister and older brother. But they understood.
But you have 4 nunas. That would have been confusing. Which is always you say nuna in a room with all 4 of them, and they all turn around. That's
that was a part of the problem as well. So.
Awesome, man. Well, we just wanted to jump on here. If you've watched, Patrick, thanks for watching. I'm sure people have. John, Ning, thank you for joining on. This video will stay on the wall of the Chanchi Show Facebook page. If you we'd be honored if you would follow us on the social media, on Twitter and Instagram at Chanchi Show. You can go to chanchishow.com to find the links to subscribe to the show on Apple, on Spotify. By the weekend, we're going to put up all of our videos on the YouTube, so you can watch along with us. And, there's no one unique Korean adoptee experience. Obviously not. Just like there's no, nothing is a monolith. The Korean adoptee experience, certainly not a singular story. So I'm excited to play a small part in helping you guys share your stories. And what I'm really excited for is to hear from some of the listeners who, through your show, this will be their first connection to a community of Korean friends.
Yeah.
And, thinking about how it could have impacted a younger version of Nathan or a younger version of, Patrick or KJ out there. It's super exciting. But along the way, we're going to talk, we're going to eat, we're going to drink, we're going to laugh. Maybe we'll cry. We'll probably end up crying at some point.
I'm going to say, I'm prepared to cry in one of our episodes. I'm pretty sure it'll happen.
We're going to cry.
I'm surprised I didn't cry in my episode.
And I got to say, guys, if you're listening, and you don't have to be an adoptee to appreciate this show, for all my Korean-American friends or just anybody who just wants to learn about life and the world through a different lens, we invite you to join the party. Chanchi in Korean actually means a big feast, a big celebration. And so we thought it'd be the perfect name to, call the show, which is a celebration and a journey and a feast of our journeys in identity and culture and food and drink. So final words, Nathan.
Thank you to you, Jerry. Thank you for your inspiration in starting your show. I mean, without your show to get going and have guests on it to inspire other people to get our show to go and continue to pass that torch and inspire other people as well. It's going to be an ongoing thing. So appreciate all of that. You've been very helpful and inspirational and all that. You're a beast.
This is the most fun I've had. It's true. You'll see when you hear the episode. Episode 1 with Nathan is out today. When you hear the episode, when you watch the video, you're gonna laugh. Sure, COVID and 2020 has put a damper in our mindsets, obviously, and I laughed so hard, and I just had such a good time. I told you guys, and I'll tell the audience now, I don't remember laughing that hard, and just being in a state of joy and elation. just from the conversation and the tone, and you guys are all really, really great human beings and funny characters, but also knowing the impact it's going to have. So it is, thank you for all your kind words. I take it with happiness, gratitude, and humility. And we're all here to create stuff through which we can hope to impact other folks' lives. John says there's a video. Yes, there's a video. It's awesome. Not only is there a video, John, there's multiple angles of
Yes.
B-rolls and
The
KJ
food portion, and and the redness of KJ may occur on one of the episodes.
Rocky Productions. It's amazing. Get ready. It's going to be on YouTube very soon. We'll link it out to you guys.
I'm going to color correct my video so you won't see my redness. So.
And KJ is really red. And one final last before we go. If you have people, KJ, look at this. Uploading now.
Yes. He's uploading to YouTube. Nice. We need to get people on YouTube, everyone. We need to get that channel.
If you have people in your life, maybe he or she or they are a Korean-American adoptee, or families of adoptees, or just in general, people who you think might resonate with these stories, with these guys. Like I said, these are universal themes of finding identity and culture, and just, stories of friendship and brotherhood over a shared theme. So
we're only going to get better.
We're only going to get better. And I just noticed that of the 4 people that watched the entire thing, 2 of them are a co-host. So here's Patrick saying, leave KJ alone. If we have to leave him alone, we got to pick on you, Patrick. So you gotta pick your poison.
If we're not our own fans, then what would we be? So
starts with 1. Thanks, guys, for watching. Subscribe. Leave us your comments down below. Appreciate you, Nathan.
Thank you.
And we'll continue to share. It's wild. Life lesson. Always say yes. Try something. Put it out into the universe, and you don't know where it's going to end up. Come back tomorrow, where we will do this again with our brother Patrick. And on Friday, early in the morning on Friday, we're going to do a live stream, or I guess early here, 9 a.m. 12 Pacific. We're going to do a roundtable with all the 3 hosts, and then to share with you guys. So thanks again for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Please be safe out there. Don't forget to register to vote. Vote early and fill out your census. Get 30 minutes of exercise. Drink a lot of water. Do all the things to keep yourself healthy. And tell somebody you love them today. Thanks, guys.
Perfect. Thanks. See you guys.